Yeah, hi, Christopher. Can you hear me?
Hi Harish,
Yeah.
welcome.
Okay, thank you. So now I think it's visible to you, and
Yes,
yeah,
yes, we can see you fine. Cool. So welcome on board, Harish. We have a few of our learners who have joined in and more will pour in. We are also live streaming in other channels, including YouTube. So we'll give it a few minutes and then we'll dive in.
sure.
Okay, in the meanwhile, let's start welcoming our learners who have already logged in, joined us from various parts of India. Welcome, everyone, the young ladies and the young gentlemen looking to really change the way they are going about, their career, kickstarting their career and taking things to the next level. Excited to have you on board. Yes. All right. Yeah, I think we'll allow for people to keep coming into the room, get started since we're live streaming elsewhere as well, Harish. So once again, a warm welcome to you. Really excited about this conversation and what we're going to really learn from you.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. Thanks for this. Thanks, upGrad, for this opportunity. So definitely, like, I will share experience, and also let's see, like, if anyone has any questions. So definitely, like, we will
Absolutely.
discuss about.
Yes. So ladies and gentlemen, this is your Career Launchpad series from upGrad, where we will be talking to experts who have really broken through in their areas of expertise, from data science to UI, UX, various tech roles as well. And today we have on board with us a trailblazer in data science and artificial intelligence. He is a lead data scientist with over a decade's experience at the cutting edge of technology. He will share his wisdom with us, how his journey panned out, what were some of the mistakes that he made, so that you don't have to make those, and learn the costly way, and many more nuggets that we are going to unravel in the hour to come. But before that, I want to just for us to take a look at a little bit of context setting in terms of the opportunity there. The data science field today is experiencing remarkable growth, projections hitting the roof, really, a compound annual growth rate expected of over 25% through this year itself, 2025. And according to the World Economic Forum, we are looking at an astounding 11.5 million job openings for data related roles by 2026. So there's no dearth of opportunity. However, the market looks for those who are in well positioned with projecting themselves, have the right skills. The opportunity is huge. And for India, NASSCOM estimates that India will require at least 1.5 million data professionals by 2025 itself. So you're sitting on a minefield of opportunity here, and I hope you make the best of this conversation that we're going to be having with Harish. And any questions that you have, please feel free to put it in the chat box here or in the live streams elsewhere if you're watching. Guys, and we'll keep picking that up. We also have a surprise for you a little later, which we will bring forth. But let's get started, Harish. So again, warm welcome to you, and would like you to introduce yourself also a little bit with the context and the work that you do right now before we get into the Q&A kind of a conversation.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. Yeah. So good evening and good morning, everyone. If you're in the different time zone. If we talk about myself, I'm Harish Kumar. I'm currently working as a lead data scientist for a Canadian bank. So for this bank, we are developing the generative AI applications. Like from the last 2 years, you have seen that generative AI is very exploding, and we have many use cases in almost every domain. It's not only about the banking, in healthcare, insurance, retail. We have many domains about the Gen AI. So currently, my day-to-day work revolve around the Gen AI application, building the applications from the scale, and also use the different platforms and use the different LLMs nowadays. If you see, this week, Cloud also released the new LLMs, which is a kind of a breakthrough as compared to the other LLMs. So we are also testing this kind of a new things apart from the DeepSeek came in the last year, so last week. So we are also exploring this thing. This is more kind of like you can say day-to-day work. Apart from that, like also we build many application with the help of NLP, deep learnings, like automation we can do in the banking. We can build some RAG pipeline using the generative AI. We can build a kind of a customized chatbots for the company, for the bank, for the internal use. So this kind of a use case I'm working on. If I talk about my journey, so around I have 11 years of experience. I started my career as a Java developer, like I was a backend developer. And then after that, I shifted to the API developer. But from the last 6 years, I'm working totally in the AI field. And in terms of like my transition, definitely like I'm fortunate. I will say I'm fortunate to take this upgrad course because at that time I didn't see any good course. And then after that, like I just learned this entire 1 year program. That is, I think at that time it was I think PG diploma in data science. Maybe like nowadays
Mm,
also it is the same, right?
right.
So I took this course, and then after that, I just shifted into the ML part. So we built some ML things, NLP things, and then from the last 2 years, like when Gen AI came in the picture, so I took also some advanced course, and yeah, definitely like that's also helped me to get the idea that how we can build the Gen AI applications. Yeah, and also like to again. To become more expert, I will suggest to do some masters as well because I did the masters, and definitely it helped me to get the more expertise, not only at the company level, but also when you deal with the client, like when you're dealing with a client. And if you have the masters in your particular domain, if you have, because it shows your experience, it shows your expertise level, right? So definitely it is also a value added things for me. Yeah, that's about my journey. If you have anything, like if you want any question, Krishna, like we can discuss.
Sure, sure. Thank you for that, Harish. Now, see, the field like data science is constantly evolving. For someone from a student background stepping into this, there is again an abundance of information out there. In fact, we have a problem of too much information, right? From YouTube to various channels freely available. What is a good starting point for someone to really start from?
Yes, so nowadays, like when we talk about a lot of free things available, the thing is that when it is free, right, definitely like you have to spend a lot of times, and things are not in the structured manners. Like if you see over the YouTube, I also started my journey then in the same way. I can remember my days when I was looking for some ML course. At that time, we had this Andrew NG course, right? So I took this course also through the YouTube video. It was totally free. But the thing is that if I do these things, if I do the practice, but who is going to evaluate me? Where's my mistake? Right. This is
Hmm.
the I will say a good difference between the free course and a systematic course.
Right.
Right, this is a major difference. Because you can do anything like nowadays. MIT lectures is also available. I can learn this MIT lecture also. But the thing
Hmm.
is that after learning, whether what area I'm lacking, or if I have a doubt, who will solve this doubt. So that was the major issues that I also found, because we feel that like, okay, after students we have so many things on the YouTube, but this is a roadblock I found from the YouTube videos. And so my suggestion is that like take a guided course. Okay, I'm not, it's not like that, like we are with the upgrade, and that's that's why I'm saying this thing. But again, I'm justifying these things. Okay, I'm not saying that you do research. If you feel that, Harish, I want to do the research, do it. But definitely, instead of going to the free course, it's better to take the systematic course, because at the last you have to also evaluate yourself where you are lacking, and in which area you have to pay more attention. Like, for example, if you're building a model, like who will tell you that where you are lacking? So this is a one suggestion that I want to say is that definitely, if you, after taking some course, or if you have a specific requirement, go and take some lectures, in-depth lectures from the YouTube, or any guided course on a particular, like you can read the research paper also. But a systematic course, I suggest you.
Right, Harish. Thank you for that. And to our learners present here, Jojo, Ragul, Sandeep, Shubham, Sham, thank you for being here. And everyone who's joined us on the other channels as well. Thank you for being there. And hope you're getting value from this. We're just about getting warmed up. So, Harish, now cloud technologies are increasingly important, right, in today's world. Um, how can aspiring data scientists leverage AWS and other cloud platforms while gearing up for a career in data science?
Yeah, definitely. Like if you see the, like if I share my experience, especially the how the market trend is, nowadays, almost every company, whether it's a banking, whether it's a insurance companies, all are interested to take some cloud solutions. Like in my case also, like I'm using AWS more frequently, but apart from that, I also build some services using the Azure as well.
Mm,
So
mm,
the thing is that when we talk about a free LLMs, like for example, if you talk about generative AI, so we can download the LLMs also. But the costing to build this infrastructure around this application is very expensive, and that is one of the reason, or the major reason, that nowadays every company is shifting to the cloud. And in the majority, like that we have the GCP, we have Azure, AWS. And yeah, so the thing is that yes, almost nowadays, even if you talk about AWS, they are also providing uh, Bedrock as a Gen AI application, SageMaker as a AI application. They're also providing some Vector DB, some others ML services also. So definitely, like my suggestion is like, if you talk about the percentage wise, still around 70% companies are inclined to use the cloud solution, because of
mm,
they don't need to maintain anything, right? So they have to call the APIs, or they don't need to maintain the infrastructure. So that's why the market standards is around 70% companies are inclined to the cloud solution. And whether say Azure, whether say AWS, like it's a mix of the things based on the
mm,
company
mm,
preferences. But definitely, yes, at a student level, I will suggest to you. So you should be aware that what are the different services that these cloud platforms are providing. And also we should be aware that how we can build a solution, because in the company, as I mentioned, that most of the companies are inclined. So definitely you may get chance to work on that, how to build this AI solution using the different cloud services.
right, Harish. Um, Thank you for that. Now, one question that I have for you is you've managed to balance your different various corporate roles that you've been in, along with content creation, and you're also a trainer for many courses as well. How do you approach this, and what advice do you have for others looking to do similar things?
Yeah, definitely. So the thing is, first of all, like, you have to become expert, or I will say not the expert, means at least have a good knowledge or the in-depth knowledge uh, of a particular topics. It can be AI. Under the AI also, we have a lot of NLP, deep learnings, and then after that, we have this generative AI. So my suggestion is that first build up your knowledge, try to gain more knowledge through the research papers, through the blogs, through the videos, through the courses. And then after that, I will say that build a good network. I mean, this is a good advice that I will say. Build a good network. Just check if you know someone who is good in this area, try to connect them and build a good network. And also at the same time, showcase your skills as well. If you're not showing your skills, how would other know that
Absolutely.
you
Yeah.
are interested in the content creator task, or you're interested to take some corporate trainings, to take some any trainings, right? So you have to showcase this thing. So we have different platforms available, like you can showcase through the LinkedIn, you can showcase through the many other platforms are also available. So you can showcase your skills, you can just showcase your work as well. If you create some, like in my case, I created some blogs for the different platforms, and this is
Mm,
where I was approached by other edtech platforms, including upgrad as well. So
right.
to create some content, and this is how I started these other things as well. And also, you can start it your own, like if you feel that you are good in creating some content, your video content, you can showcase the skills, and this is how the things start. And once you get the experience, once you get the good network, so definitely it will help you to showcase your skills.
Right. Now, a large number of our audience is going to be, learners, students, kind of looking to see how they can step forward into a data science career. We also have people who have been working but in another field and who are going to look to transition into data science from a non-tech role into data
Mhm.
science. What would be some of the key advice? Because you yourself walked a path, right, from software development, stepping into data science. So tell us a little bit about how your journey was and what advice you would have for our learners.
Yeah, definitely. So if you talk about like 6 years before, I was in the same boat, right? I was working as a API developer, and also I wanted to move into the ML AI. So definitely it was a big decision, but at the same time, if you like the AI and you know that like how the AI is changing the world, so definitely it's going to be a major skill, or you can say that it's going to be a skill which definitely help you in next 10 to 20 years of your career as well. So my approach is like, first of all, you decide whether you want to learn these AI things or not, right? For example, sometimes a person preference is to be on the coding side also. If you feel that, hey, I won't be on the coding side, that is good. But we
Hmm.
also have this good coding in the AI as well. And my suggestion is that please evaluate yourself that whether you
Mm-hmm.
want to use the AI, or you want to go into this area as well, whether you are a non-tech and whether you are from the tech background. And one main thing that I want to highlight here is especially that usually the participant says that, hey, I'm from the non-tech background. I'm from the maybe I'm a person who is have the good knowledge of insurance domain, but I never don't write the coding. So can I get this course as a trainer, or as a trainers? I have taken so many kind of doubts, and I will say that it's possible. In my training experience, I have seen many students don't believe that I have seen a student who is a MBBS doctor, and he was learning this AI, to use AI in his masters basically. But
Hmm.
as a doctor, it's totally a different fields, right? But
Hmm.
that guy also learned this AI, and he was using this AI. He's in masters, in his masters
Wow.
MS basically he was doing. So one thing is that
Mm-hmm.
it is possible. Okay. So don't feel that like we cannot do this thing. Yes, it is possible. It also have some certain requirement. When I say the requirement, so definitely we are going to use a lot of mathematics here. We are
Hmm.
going to use this concept of algorithms. We are going to use the concept of different concepts are there, right? Okay, so we have to learn so many things. So you have to keep your mind active. You have to digest this concept also, and it takes times. Okay, nobody can become expert in a 1 day or 1 month or 2 month, right? It takes time
Hmm.
over the period of
Hmm.
times. Slowly, whatever the effort that you will put in, it will shows that. Okay, but it will take times, but it is possible. First of all, we have to, I'm giving this guarantee because I have done this thing, right? When I have
Hmm.
done this
Hmm.
thing, why not you, right? So I'm also from the API developer, where like my code is also non-technical kind of a things, pure non-technical, but not coding things. But again, like I wanted to learn this thing, that's why I learned the different areas. And again, I mentioned that I have seen many students in my training career as well, where they have transitioned successfully in this data science role. So it is possible, first of all. Yeah. And the second thing is that you have to learn the things, write the
Hmm.
coding, learn the Python or any programming language, learn the concept, do the practice, right? And slowly, definitely, you will be in a stage where you can also become more confident while writing the code and while building the AI solution.
Right. Can you give us some examples of data science roles that learners can explore getting in at the start itself? What are some of the things that they can start doing to add value in companies and build skills, maybe practice rounds of that before even landing in interviews?
Yeah, definitely. So nowadays, if we talk about the role that company are looking for, especially in the field of AI. So first thing is that like at the beginner level, if you are a student, so maybe you can try for the junior data scientist or the associate data scientist. It means the associate data science means that around you have 6 months experience or you are a fresher graduate.
Right.
Then if you have done some courses, if you have done some project experience, then my suggestion is that you can try for the data scientist role. Under the data scientist role, like if you're learning the AI, you will see that under the AI, we have the ML, we have the
Mm,
NLP, we have the deep learning. Under the deep
mm,
learning, we have the computer vision, and nowadays we have this generative AI as well.
mm,
So they are the different flavors of the AI, right?
mm,
Sometimes like big companies, which is like they are spending too much in this AI part, so they have the different verticals, like they have the ML vertical, they have the NLP vertical, or the deep learning, this kind of a different type of jobs that they have. So based on your area of interest, like for example, if you feel that Harish, I'm good in the machine learning,
mm,
then you can try for the ML engineer role, where mostly they will look for a person who is good in the ML side. Then
right.
if you're good in the textual data, if you have good understanding, or if you like to solve this textual data, then we have the NLP engineer. Like in my case, I'm an NLP engineer. If I say that under the AI, in which
Mm-hmm.
area you have, so I introduce myself as an NLP engineer. So
Okay.
mostly I work on the textual data.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have the deep learning. Under the learnings, we build the neural networks, you perform the image classification, and we build like check automation is one of the tasks that I did for my client. So which is a part of the deep learning. Under the deep learning, we have the computer vision, right? So like company like Samsung or the company who built a phone, so definitely they're spending a lot of R&D on this image side. So computer vision is another area which you can explore, and we have a dedicated role also. Then after that, we have the Gen AI engineer, LLM engineer. You can say that under this LLM engineer, that they are expecting that whether you have the skill set to code the LLM, deploy the LLM, or implement the entire applications structures. And one last thing that we have is your ML ops. ML ops is,
Mm-hmm.
I will say that it is a kind of a different role where you should be more aware about the tools and the technology to deploy the models to build the entire pipeline. But definitely for the ML ops, you should have the knowledge of ML as well. So these are the different roles that we have. And again, like at the fresher level, like you can get any role and then you can become the expertise. And if you feel that you want to go in a specific domain, so definitely you can search the right profile as an NLP engineer, as a LLM engineer, as a ML engineer. So we have the companies which have this such very core requirement.
Right. Now, in terms of a career progression in the
Mhm.
area of data science, Harish,
Mhm.
what would be some of the what might be a clear-cut roadmap for a student to take with regard to becoming a data scientist, and from there, where can they go? What are the various avenues that open up for them?
Yeah, as a student, so I will say that first learn the things, and once you have complete your course, once you have complete your basics of the data science in terms of the project, I will suggest to you that first complete the course, and then we have the like you can use the Kaggle platforms. In the Kaggle platform also you can showcase the skills, right? So try to use these platforms, try to participate in the hackathon, and then after
Mm-hmm.
that you can check that in which area, like for example, if you are belong to the insurance domain, if you are non-tech for the AI, but you are already working in this insurance domain, then my suggestion is that keep do some research in your area only. Like I met with one of the students, so he was working in the healthcare domain and he was moving to the AI domain. Then my suggestion is that first learn the AI and try to see that how AI can solve the healthcare problem. What kind
Mm.
of a use case that we have in the healthcare? We can do some kind of a classification models. We can do uh, we can do some kind of a skin predictions, like disease predictions model through the deep learning. Then try to solve the problem in your domain also, because when you're solving the AI problems, at that time domain also plays a very important role. If you are from a specific domain, definitely
Mm.
it will be very beneficial for you to understand the problem very clearly, right? So this is my one suggestion. And then after that, as I mentioned, that based on your uh, interest, so you can start
Mm.
learning the more advancement, like in the NLP area we have few research papers how to handle this text data, especially in the ML we have the few algorithms. So this is how you can progress your learnings. And one more thing that I want to highlight here, so don't feel that once you complete any course that my learning is ending, guys. Like
Yeah.
my personal experience, or maybe like you also have seen, especially in the IT sector,
Mm.
that's to get the job or to survive in the company or survive in this IT market. I mean, you have to learn yourself. You have to learn each and every
Absolutely.
day, right? So upskilling is the only thing. Okay, so don't feel that this is the one roadblock that I need to clear to become a data scientist. Every
Mm.
day or every day, means I have seen many. I mean, even in my case also, like I have done many subscriptions also to learn the research papers,
Mm.
to understand the
Mm.
things. So it's like daily task to upskill yourself.
Wow.
So yeah.
That's well put. Yeah. Yeah, Harish. So, Akshat, Jojo, Ragul, Sandeep, you guys, any questions that you'll have, please feel free to drop it either in the Q&A or in the chat, and we'll have Harish pick that up on the go. In the Thank you, Shubham. Glad to hear that. And so, Harish, one thing for you.
Mhm.
Now, while mastering multiple programming languages, statistics, all of that is a must, it can be challenging. These are like
Mhm.
high technical skill requirements for someone who wants to be a data scientist, but maybe does not want to kind of get into the weeds, is there another way to do it with regard to some of these um, requirements of being good in these programming language? Because today in the
Mhm.
world of Gen AI and all of that, is there alternate ways to also
Yeah, I
kind
think
of get the outcome?
Python is only is more than sufficient. Python is more than sufficient for these things. Okay, and Python is like you can learn within a 2 week also. Okay, so Python is very easy language, and if you're from a non-tech background where maybe like you are not much aware about the programming, then Python is a good start. Okay. So we don't need to
Mm,
become expert in the C, C++, Java. No. So we need to just take a Python. I mean, this is more than sufficient. Spend 2 to 3 weeks to learn the basics. And then after that, you can start your journey in the data science. So we don't need to become expert in the programming language. No, we don't need to become expert. I will say the expert at the DSA concepts on I know so somewhere we need it basically, but I will say that it is manageable. Okay, first
mm,
continue your AI journey, and then you can parallel start with your DSA concepts, especially for the AI. But if you so no, we don't need to become expert in this DSA, or don't need to become. You can
mm,
say that we don't need to learn the multiple language. You can start with the Python and
mm.
start writing the coding and doing the things.
Right. I think that a lot of our young people will be happy to hear that, and don't have to, shy away just because of the complexity of the multiple languages. Start with one that already helps you, and as you get more hands-on in that space, you can always add more languages into your kitty. Right. Now, Harish, I want to hear from you, from your experience,
Hmm.
how you have handled, dealing with the data and working with that is one part of it. Communicating this to your stakeholders, especially leaders in your company, to who will be the ones who will be taking decisions based on that, is a whole different ballgame.
Yeah,
What?
different, definitely.
Yes,
So,
yes.
like, convince the client that you're
Mm-hmm.
going to build this solution, and that solution will be good, like for for you or for the team. It will be a optimized solution. So definitely, it is a different thing, right? So you have to become, you should have a good communication skills. At the same time, you should also have a good knowledge of the tech stack. Only then you can suggest your concepts, or you can suggest your solution basically. So for
Mm,
these things, like when we propose any POC, when we propose any solution to the client, so definitely because they are the very tech very high level people, so definitely you cannot start with the transformer architecture behind this LLM. Definitely they will not understand this thing. So the thing is that you have to explain your solution, and you should just explain the like pipeline, that how you are handling the data, how you are using the AI. And after that, once this AI solution will solve your problem, how it will help the business. So this is the major part, right? So effort saved, cost saved is the kind of like two or ROI, we can say that, which we work on and explain the things to the client, that okay, yes, this is how ai solution AI solution is reduce the cost and also improve the efficiency as well.
right, Harish. I think that is one area where even the experienced folks have a lot of skill building and care to be taken in terms of
Yes, and definitely,
driving
like
the
you should
outcomes that you want.
you should
I
design
think,
your solution. You should have a good communication skills, a good, when I say the communication skills, like you should be good in explaining your concept, explaining your solution. Right,
yes,
so you should be good in the explaining your concept through the PPT, through the MVP, through the POC, but you should be aware
yes,
that how you are solving the business problem and how it will help, because business is not going
absolutely.
to see that what AI technology you are using it. Business is going to
Hmm.
see that how it is helping them, right?
Yes,
So
get the outcome.
how yeah, definitely. So if the manual process is taking the 10 minute, how AI is solving this thing, how much time AI is taking, right? And at the same
Right.
time, the cost behind it, right? If AI taking so much time and so much money, so definitely it will not be
Yeah.
a good solution.
Right. We have some questions pouring in. Jojo and Shubham, thank you for dropping these. We'll be addressing that in just a bit. We're going to do a couple of things here. One is, as Harish has taken us through, one way that you can do this is to prepare on your own with resources that are available. In fact, too many resources available. You don't know where to start. The other way to do it would be a very structured way, and that is what we have on offer for you. We'll go ahead and open up that page so that Harish can start talking to us about this as well. It's again great to have Harish on board because he's been through the journey of being both a learner and eventually a faculty as well in this program. So while we do this, we will also be rolling out a poll to hear from you what you're liking about this session and what you'd like to hear more of. And while we're at this, there is also a special offer that we have for you where the program is going to start actually tomorrow, but you will have a few more days to kind of get in and get everything in order. And we can have our team reach out to you for help to understand that more as well. And for a very limited time, you also have an offer where you get 5,000 rupees flat discount on the price of the program. So please do make use of that while we do this. Can we have the poll launched? And Shubham, to your question about perplexity, you will also be getting that link in the poll. Okay, so hang on for that. We can have the poll launched as well, right? So, Harish, a little bit that you mentioned over here, and what this program really offers, the triple certification from Microsoft, NSTC, and an industry partner, certainly things that will help you to differentiate yourself going in into the industry. Case studies from Uber, from Sportskeeda. So this is actual data from these companies, which we've partnered with them for them to share it with us so that you get a sense of how to work with the real-time data and you will also receive guidance during the program from that. Can we keep scrolling up? So this is a program that will take you a couple of months. I think it's a 6-month program and 60 hours of live sessions. We can keep going. Yeah. Any bit you want to chip in here, Harish, with regard to how a program like this would help?
Can you just show the browser to the everyone so that they can also see that what type of topics that we are covering,
Yeah, you
so
can
that
go
they
to the
can get.
curriculum section. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is good. Like if you see here, so the course zero is I think basics about the mathematics, basic about the AI, and then we
Mm-hmm.
have the course one. I can remember that that is a very good thing for that I found in this one, right? Because Python things again, like I need it basically. Especially, it is good for the participants who is from the non-tech background. Even from you, if you are from the tech background, but if you're not aware about the Python, so definitely like that's a good start to learn only that much which is required for the AI. Okay, so we don't need to become expert here in the Python, but yes, when I say the Python, the basic coding part, basic function calling is more than sufficient. Then after that, when we say the Python for data science, this is where we're discussing about the many Python libraries like NumPys, Pandas, Seaborn. These are the few libraries that we have, and then after that, we have the machine learning. In this machine learning part, in this machine learning part, we have the okay, we have
Yep.
the DA toolkits. Yeah. So in the DA
Mm.
toolkits, what we have is in the toolkits, we have the different types of platform because when you have the data, right? So the major thing is in a company, you have to take the data from a different source. It can be
Mm.
a database, it can be some other pipeline. So you have to extract the data. So for these things, definitely you should have a good knowledge of SQL. I think we are covering SQL also. And then after that, nowadays many companies which deal with the large data, or which deal mostly with the data only, they are also using some kind of a visualization tool. Like few companies are using Power BI, few companies are using Tableau. So Tableau and the Power BI is mostly commonly used, and we are covering the Power BI here. Then after that, we start with the machine learning part. In this machine learning part, we will first build the base for the machine learning. I mean, yes, definitely, like I can remember my days. So inferential statistics, hypothesis, these are the very pure mathematics concept. I can say that it is a bit challenging to digest the concept, but definitely if you go through this phase, and once you will implement the same concept in the machine learning, you will see that why we need to learn the statistics, all these things. Then after the understanding the machine learning parts, then we have the different machine learning algorithms. We have supervised algorithms, we have unsupervised algorithms, we have clustering algorithms, and then we're building a ML solution.
Mm.
And then after that we do, so these are the algorithms that we have. So we take here we can take some good examples, or what you can do is after taking a small project here, you can start utilizing the same thing in your company projects also. I mean, this is what I did in my case as well, that along with learning, along with going through this course, parallelly I will also working, or I'm using the skills on my company data also. So if you're working
Mm.
somewhere, I think that's a good opportunity for you. So you can learn, and at the same time, you can discuss with your manager that you are eager to use my skills on some data set. And definitely in all the companies we have the data, right? So you can, maybe you can work as a shadow project, shadow resource in a project, and start see that how you can implement it. And then after that, we also have some advanced topics. So after the machine learnings, what we can do is, in the next topic, we have the advanced NLP, we have the computer vision, and we have this generative AI. So can you please highlight the additional content, team?
The
Yeah,
advanced
this one.
topics, yeah.
Yes, yeah. So here, basically, like in the fundamentals for deep learning. So if you feel that after the machine learning, so mostly like NLP is purely different areas, and deep learning is also pure different areas. But we have a few concept of the deep learning which we use nowadays in the NLP. But my suggestion is that, like after these things, so you can, if you are working in the data analysis domain, maybe you can go with the Tableau. If you want to continue your journey to become more expert in the ML side as a ML engineer, we can you can explore the advanced machine learning. Otherwise, after the ML, you can choose that whether you want to go in the NLP side. As I mentioned, that NLP means that you have to work a lot of textual data, and deep learning side where you have to work more on the image data. So take your preference, see that what kind of a challenge that you like, whether you want to to process the image, or you like to process the textual data. So based on these things, I think you can take this one of them, and yeah, become the expert.
Thank you for that, Harish. Like, can we go to the project section? That is one section that would be good to go through as well.
Yeah, bike sharing one. Yeah, this is a good case. If I talk about the bike sharing assignments,
Mm.
if you are from Bangalore, I mean, in the Bangalore, then there is a very famous startup, YOLO Bikes, right? I don't know
YOLO.
whether you have seen or
Mm.
not.
Mm.
So YOLO Bike is also working in the same direction. They are also using the AI, and this problem statement is very similar to the problem which they are facing, and they solve this problem using AI, right? So in the YOLO Bikes, definitely they have to, you know. maintain their bikes for the next day, right? So the count prediction is a very major challenge here. So this problem statement is very similar to the problem statement nowadays, this bike sharing apps that we have. Then in the movie rating, it is more on checking your SQL knowledge, like how good you
Mm,
are
right.
to retrieve the data from the database, and then after that, how good you are to write the nested queries, how good you are to write the stored procedures, rank, dense rank, advanced lectures, advanced concept that we have. And then we have this credit risk analytics, where our objective is to more on the ADA part, like once we get the data. So definitely, like when we get the data, we have a lot of issues with the data. It's not like every time you will get the good data, right? So you will see a lot of data issues, and this is where you will learn about that how to clean the data. So in this course, credit risk analysis, basically the objective is to build a EDA to plot different kind of a graph to see that what kind of a hidden pattern the data have.
Mm,
So this kind of a things that we will see here. And then we have the file handlers, where we try to more on the coding sides. Like for example, if you are not much confidence in the Python, so it's a good things for you to get the confidence in the Python. You can learn the Python concept, which is I think the first module that we have, and then after that you can just try to take this e-commerce file handler project to automate the things, where we are expecting to use the function things class concept. And then after that we have this lead scoring classifications. This is also very classical problems in the sales domain. So in the
mm,
sales domain, it's very classical problems. If you are in this domain, so definitely this is a very common problem, where we going to build a ML model. So we will basically build the entire machine learning pipeline, starting from taking the data, perform the analysis, and then after that, based on the problem statement. And also, I will say here is that building the model is not only the one goal, guys. Understand the problem, perform the feature engineering. This is also equally important.
mm,
So building the model is around 10 to 15 lines of code. Okay. But how to approach this problem is also very important. You can see, so for example, if you talk about this assignment or any solution, if you want to implement a ML algorithm, you will get the entire code over the internet. So writing the code is not important. Your approach is very important. What is your problem statement? And that's why the data analysis time, like this is a very famous thing in this AI community, that 70 to 80% time we spend on the analysis only. Remaining 20
mm,
time is the model building part. So
right.
this is what you will see here as well, that what is your problem statement? And once you understand the problem statement, what should be your approach? Which features you need to remove? Which features you need to add? So this is very good assignment that I will say. Then after that, we have this stock portfolio management to again just check your Python knowledge. So I think these are the projects that we have. Definitely, it's a good bundle that is covering each and every area, like covering the machine learning, your SQL knowledge, your EDA part, your ML part, and then you can go into the advanced part, and then you can maybe learn about the NLP part. I think it's a good
Right.
bundle, I will say.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for that, Harish. Now, we have a special person that we want to bring on board, Harish. This is
Mhm.
somebody who's in the trenches with the program and nearing completion and getting into the most exciting part of the career acceleration program part of the program. So we wanted to bring him on for the benefit of our other learners.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, we have Chinmay with us. Chinmay, if you can come on camera. Welcome. Hi, good evening. You're on mute.
Hey, hi, hi.
Hi, good to see you here. Thank you
Thank you.
for
Thank
being
you for
here,
having me.
Chinmay. Yes, yes, Chinmay. So, yeah, wonderful to have two people who have gone through the journey, and it's really paving the way for so many who are looking to break through into an industry like this. So, Chinmay, just to open the floor for you, how is your tell us a little bit about your background, your context, what
Yeah.
led
So,
taking this decision of data science. Yeah,
uh,
over to
so
you.
my journey as in after my 12th, I pursued engineering from a civil engineering background. I come from a civil engineering background, but in the third year itself, I know I want to do something in data, something in tech, and I started exploring my ways. And I actually like cleared two hackathons where in my team, my actual work was to analyze the data. What Harish said is to analyze. So 80% part of that is my job, which led us to, and I won that my two university hackathons, and that somehow got me my first job as a business analyst,
Wonderful.
a firm called E2E Rail, as I'm currently working in that. So my journey for data is pretty much that what Harish says is Excel, Python, SQL, and then you go for analysis and you learn models. But I feel like it's more of how you understand data. Okay,
Hmm.
what data speaks to you, and what
Right.
the first thing strikes to you when you see the data. So that instinctive thought or instinctive mindset which a data person I would say bring to the table will make you have a long journey in this data field, what I have
Hmm.
now. Yeah.
Very interesting the words you used. Harish also spoke about, communicating uh,
Yeah.
what the data
So
is saying. Yeah,
So, yeah, major part of my job now is also stakeholder communication from high
right.
from your senior leadership team to the lower what you say who are using or who are feeding data to the system. Okay, so I'm
Users.
a business analyst, I'm a business process analyst, I'm a data consultant for, and to quote, just my experience work is only 10 months. So yeah.
Oh, wow. Right. You're on a roll, Chinmay, and clearly you're loving what you're doing. It's wonderful to see. Yeah. So now with for you, you are balancing a full-time job and you're doing this course. What advice do you have for others who are going to get on a similar journey to make it
Yeah.
work? Because not everybody comes out, of the other end happy and really raring to go. Many would be many. It's easy to sign up. It's not easy to complete. So, what is the secret to that?
So first advice I will give is sacrifice your weekends. Yeah, that's one tip that I would love to give. Not whole,
Yeah.
but yeah, some part of it you
Right.
have. And while in the week you're working also, just focus on that small 30 minutes, 1 hour session, which you can complete your modules, or you can like for small topics you can give, right? And just make notes of it and try to apply. So what I'm what I have studied, I have applied in my job. I have applied on my projects. I have explored things. So I find myself as an extrovert kind of a guy. So I explode. I collaborate with people on that. What can we do? What can we not do? So there is a thing that you mention, we mention a lot. What we are doing is what comes to us, right? So I have been doing this course, and my interestingly, for an ERP project at my current firm, I got additional opportunity as a data consultant also, right? So I
Hmm.
applied my knowledge, I applied my data modeling skills, I applied my data visualization skills, okay, for that whole project to make that project life cycle complete. So one fourth part was dependent on me for that, to complete the data life cycle of the project, right? So just
Hmm.
explore your way, what you have learned, explore what you can do in your job.
Right.
And if your job is not related to data, what else can you do, right?
Hmm.
If you love what you're doing and what you're signed up for, it is never hard to make time for it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well said, Chinmay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Any questions that you would have for Harish? We have him on board.
Yeah, Harish had made his career in data science. So I would ask him that while going into data science, so the core statistics is there, core probability is there, then core mathematics is there, right? So I want to know, knowing tools is a good thing, okay, good to have, okay, but how much it matters for the concept to be actually in front of you while building any model.
Yeah, good question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Chinmay. Like that is, I think, a good things for the others to understand this concept also. So definitely nowadays, like we have this low code platforms is also available in the market, and people are claiming that like, hey, you can just drag and drop the things and you can build the model also. Right. So, but my main thing is that not every model is suitable for the every business problems, right? So when you are solving a business problem, definitely it will be totally different things from the one which you have seen in your some projects also, right? So the main thing is that when you are building a client, when you are building an AI solution, how to tweak the how to tweak the LLM, how to tweak the model, which algorithm is will be good for me, right? Sometimes my client is more interested on this how the feature are impacting the outputs. Sometimes my client is more interested on the accuracy side. So conceptual plays a very important role. Without concept, if the things are failing, for example, when you're writing some when you're using some algorithms and it fails, right? For example, some algorithm has their own plus or negative points, right? So if this algorithm throws some error that it is expecting some a specific output, but you are passing some different output. So concept plays a very important role. Without concept, how you can solve this problem? Logically, right? If the things are failing, you should be aware, you should know that how why it's failing. And for example, if you have the algorithm and you want to tweak the algorithms, so you should know that what parameter I need to tweak. Like XGBoost algorithm has different hyperparameters. Logistic regression has a different hyperparameter. Random forest has a different hyperparameter. How the each parameter affect the output, right? We don't have that much time to change the each and every parameters. This is where your core concepts helps you to understand that, okay, if I tweak this parameter, this is how it affect the output, and then you can choose the right parameter. I hope this answers of your question.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
And this also build a person's instinct to work with data, right? Concepts. Yeah,
Definitely.
definitely. Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, to our learners, any more questions that you have, you can drop in even in the other channels as well as here. And hope you've taken the poll. Harish, thank you for being with us and for sharing your journey with us, and so many nuggets along the way. Chinmay, thank you for being with us too, and sharing of your experience. I'm sure entering the career accelerator part of it is going to bring some really fruitful outcomes for you with having all the raw ingredients in place and now the final outcome. So we're really excited for you, and all the best with that. We will definitely circle back to hear from you post a couple of months
Yeah, yeah.
to celebrate with you. Okay. And yeah, to all our learners, this is just a part of the whole series of Career Launchpad in data science. And like this, we will be conducting series in other parts as well, in other domains. So make sure to tune in to keep us checked out. And thank you for the feedback that you have shared with us and for showing this interest. We'll definitely have our team circle back to you in those specific areas that you've asked for, and the special offer that we have is for a very limited time where you can get rupees 5,000 off for this particular cohort, which is starting in a few days. So you certainly don't want to miss out on that. So with that, we'll call it a night. And thank you again for being with us. Thank you, Harish. Thanks, Chinmay.
Thanks. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.